Hello morning. Today is 26th of December 2023 and as you can see in my background we have just started watching this year's Sydney to Hobart Yacht Race. This is the fascinating time in Hobart and of course in Sydney. Look at this view, it's just fascinating, isn't it? So many boats, they're just queuing up, ready to start sailing to Hobart, the beautiful Hobart, and it will be a fascinating journey. The bigger yachts will start arriving first. So we'll be watching these very closely, and depending on what time they arrive, depending on the weather and the sailing conditions, I'll try to go to the waterfront, and that's a fascinating spot. Look at this background. This is the entry point to Hobart waterfront and Hobart port, and look at this view. It's just extraordinary, isn't it? This is basically where the Sydney to Hobart Yacht Race finishes every year. Please join me on this week-long celebration of this maritime history, and hopefully you will enjoy this trip. I've been watching on the Bureau of Meteorology's app. There is a big low pressure system sitting on the southeast corner of Australia, exactly on the pathway of Sydney to Hobart Yacht Race. Can you believe what the condition the boats are going through at the moment? It's just unbelievable. The sea should be very rough, very choppy, so it's just treacherous. Today is 28th and all those main super Maxis are supposed to be arriving this morning. And look at this weather. That low pressure system is gone and it is still there a little bit, but I think it's fine. And in Tasmania, in Hobart, we have high pressure today. LawConnect and Comanche will have smooth sail, not so much wind to support, but they're going to arrive and it will be pretty exciting. So come and join at the waterfront. We have been very lucky because the boats are arriving around 7:30. But this time we're so lucky and we have the opportunity to capture the whole thing. Looks like this year we're going to have a different winner, a new winner, LawConnect. Both of them are from New South Wales, but it is going to be LawConnect. No denial. It's almost like 100 feet gap now because the whole boat length is around 100 feet. So Comanche is beaten at the last moment. Unprecedented. Wow. And be ready, there will be a cannon fire. A huge sound is going to happen very soon. So finally Comanche has been beaten by LawConnect, a new winner after nearly 2 days of continuous rigorous sailing. Hello, morning from Hobart, and today is 30th of December 2023. It's Saturday and as you can see we're having Salamanca market in Hobart as well and Sydney Hobart Yacht Race. So it's an extremely busy time, exciting time, but also it's horrible weather as well. So it's cloudy, it's cold and it's raining. So it's not very ideal. Hopefully the morning showers will be cleared very soon and we'll have a rest of the day very sunny and bright and nice. Let's see how the day span out. It's really a festive time in Hobart. As you can see, there are so many people, so many tourists, and it's Saturday, last Saturday of 2023, and it's really busy time. We can see sun is coming out, So it will be like a mixed weather day today, I guess. Windy, little bit of rain, and then sunny again. This yellow boat, it's actually Hobart, Tasmania's Mona Museum's boat. It takes the tourists to the Mona Museum through the Darwin River, and 20 to 25 minutes ride. It's a beautiful journey. And then if you look at this ship, this is Investigator. This is CSIRO's research vessel, Australian Maritime research vessel. All these boats, they're parked on the left hand side. They have participated on the Sydney to Hobart Yacht Race. They just finished over last couple of nights. This is a big screen and they're explaining the recent status of some of the boats. Now the weather is much better, and obviously these igloo-shaped tents are basically the part of this Rolex Sydney to Hobart Yacht Race village. And these are the places where you can sit and eat. And I'll actually go inside the tent and I'll take the picture of Tattersall Cup. But I just want to show you that how spectacular this location is. If I zoom in, you can see that from the village, you can see the whole Mount Wellington. The cloud is getting cleared, and so from Mount Wellington, we're at the Hobart waterfront, and this village and all these boats are getting parked here after finishing the Sydney to Hobart Yacht Race. I'll walk through these parking bays and take some close look at the LawConnect and a few other boats, and Comanche is parked there, so we'll go near to that as well in a moment. And if I zoom in, you can see that another boat is just finishing the race and entering the parking bay area. How wonderful it is. This is the Tattersall Cup. It's not the Line Honours Cup, it's the main cup given to the overall winner of the competition. And overall winner of the competition gets decided on different parameters. I don't fully understand that, but it's an amazing achievement. And sometimes boat finishing on third day or fourth day can also win. So it's not necessarily whoever finishes first will win. Today is 30th of December, and so normally it starts 26th of December and then it finishes until up to 1st January. And not many boats are here yet, but you can see that some has arrived, one of the first batches, and all the crews are here, and there are a lot of celebrations going on, celebrating their achievements. So we'll walk through this path and have a closer look. It's King's Spear, and this is one of my favorite walking path here in Hobart. So normally by 1st January there will be like hundreds of boats standing parked and docked here, but we have a handful today, and it looks stunning. Look at the sails, they're so high. They have just finished the boat race and they're drying their clothes and getting packed, because in a few days time they have to all go back to Sydney again on the same way. Look at the double wheels. The most interesting stuff about this Sydney to Hobart Yacht Race is that they're not allowed to use any motor or anything electrical. It's very mechanical, very manual. They have to use their navigation strategies, natural wind, obviously natural waves, and all the natural forces they can use. So it's pretty authentic in that way. Look at this boat. This is one of the super Maxis like LawConnect, Comanche. Look at this boat, alive. This is from Tasmania, and this year's overall winner, it's called handicapped winner, is going to be this boat, Alive. I think they have a point system on a multi-factor calculations to determine who is going to be the winner. So Alive is going to be winner for 78th Sydney to Hobart Yacht Race. How spectacular, and it's from Tasmania. I just wanted to have a closer look of one of these super Maxis. It's quite wide, isn't it? Like maybe 20-30 people will be on board when they start from Sydney and then they sail up to Hobart, and it's a fascinating journey always. It's very grueling and very difficult, and better or optimum pathway they can find, better an optimum navigation they can do, faster they can reach. And look at the sail, it's huge. Sometimes I have seen that people actually go up and do the final bit of navigation from the top to make sure they win. And as you have seen, that it was like around 20 to 30 second difference between Comanche and LawConnect, and LawConnect was successful beating Comanche. So strategy and skills are so important in this context. When we started today, and it was a bit rainy and it was windy, but now it has become very sunny and blue sky, and so hope you are enjoying this walking trip with us through the Sydney to Hobart Yacht Race village. Now I'm entering another side of the park boats, and there are a lot of boats parked in this particular area, and this looks extraordinary. And look at this sail, it's so tall and they're folding it. They have a lot of maintenance work to be done, because in a couple of days, maybe in the early New Year's, 2nd January onwards, they have to sail back to Sydney. Celestial is one of the famous boats that has won or been a contention of winning the handicap overall winning of the trophy number of times that we have seen. Look at this, all this maintenance work going on. They're getting ready, so they can't really relax. Don't see LawConnect though, maybe they have left. Look at the boat names. It's called Insomnia. So the naming of the boats are quite unique sometimes. And another one I have just seen is called Frantic. So they're quite innovative in naming their boats. Maybe they have a personal history as well. Like another one, this boat called Smuggler. So it's quite funny in a way, and it's very sporty, because after all it's a sporting event. Look at the view. This is just extraordinary, isn't it? In my background, I have got like about 20-30 boats parked so far. It's the midweek, and the boats have started arriving from 28th onwards. You must have seen our video on the Sydney to Hobart Yacht Race Line of Honor vlog that we created, and so this is extraordinary, very exciting time in Hobart. Normally waterfront is beautiful any day, any time of the year is, but this time of the year is just amazing, because you normally get few boats parked here, but this time of the year you have like hundreds of boats arriving, and it's a regular event every year. It's a summertime, it's wonderful. Obviously Mount Wellington is now covered again with rainy clouds, and it's going to be raining again soon, I guess. It's very windy, but that never kills the spirit. Let me take a panorama of the whole area, 360-degree panorama. It will be most enjoyable. This is just extraordinary. This is the walkway we came through the village, and there's all these boats are parked. Mount Wellington in the background, although not visible. And then at the right time, while I'm finishing the panorama, this is a boat called Spirit of Hobart, kind of like sister of the Spirit of Tasmania boat that crosses from Tasmania to Melbourne or Victoria. It's very windy today, and obviously, and you can see that there is another ferry just leaving. It's the Darwin ferry. It's the connection between Hobart waterfront to Bellerive, and it's a regular ferry service just started last year, and it's a really good way of crossing the river. A lot of people, office goers on the weekdays, they cross Darwin River on these ferry and they don't drive, so that's a good thing. Look at this boat's name, it's called Pretty Woman. Look at a close look at the Alive boat. Is the overall winner of this year's Sydney to Hobart Yacht Race, and it's from Tasmania. We're now going to look at Comanche. That's the last few years winner, but this year they have been beaten, and so they have a fascinating boat. It's like 100 feet super maxi, and it's amazing. You'll love it. So one of the boat just started their journey back to Sydney. A lot of boats from New South Wales or Queensland, they finish the race and then they start sailing back as soon as possible because they want to spend the new year in Sydney or Queensland somewhere. Normally this is a very quite permanent spot for Comanche. We always see Comanche parked here and we'll have a close look. It's a really big yacht and super maxi, that's what they call. Look at the weight and the Comanche. They have been the winner for 4 times since 2017 and last couple of years they are the true winners. I mean, they were very dominating. But this year LawConnect beaten them very closely, and look at this boat. It's just huge. Imagine on this boat sailing through Strait, one of the most grueling, difficult sea condition in the world, basically sailing through the roaring 40s. Look at Comanche in details. They're really impressive. We're walking through this bit of Strait, and this is one of the places where all those winners or the runner-up boats get parked traditionally, like Comanche. Whenever they come and they win or they lose, but they still park here. This is quite popular and famous spot for the super maxis. Next to Comanche, there is another super maxi parked called No Limit, and one person enjoying the weather and kayaking through these super maxis. Look at the side. It's extraordinary time, very exciting time in Hobart. This is another boat called Bumblebee, and they're getting ready to be sailing back, I guess, to Sydney. Maybe they're not super maxis. I'm not sure about the definition of super maxis. Maybe around 100 feet length is the definition of super maxis, or near about. But there is the next category, which is around 50, 60 feet. Probably they have a different classification. This is URM. This came third in this year's race, overall third, after LawConnect and Comanche, and so they're parked here. And they were a big contender for a very long time. They were a contender of overall winner until Ally from Tasmania beaten them. But they are very popular because they have this waste management background. They do a lot of glass recycling and noble causes, and so they are participating in this year's boat race. Quite exciting. Too much work, isn't it? They sailed for 2-3 days. It's extreme hard work, very dangerous. And as soon as they arrived, they started their work and packaging and maintenance before they sail back. It's just hard work for a week. Probably worth it because the reward and the honor is just extraordinary. So I hope you like this video, and it has been an extraordinary experience. Thanks for watching our travel videos.